I'd like to invite a couple of friends of mine, Janie and Marty from Salina, Kansas, to come up here and sing this song with me. While they're coming up, I'll tell you a little story. They invited me to come to Kansas. They've been coming to the SOA event here in Georgia for many years, and they fashioned a peace demonstration in Kansas this year after the SOA and engaged in civil disobedience, crossing a police line, crossing illegally into a space where they were not welcome. They were very smart about it. Come on up, Janie and Marty. They coordinated with the local judge, with the district attorney, with the local sheriff. The sheriff said, well, my guys have never arrested people doing that before, so it'll be good practice for us. They were, they were very organized, very peaceful. They had a couple days of nonviolence training and civil disobedience training. And I was just so inspired. I wrote this next song knowing that I was coming to the SOA this year, and I wanted to have something fresh to share with you. And they sort of gave me the inspiration to write this. And then they asked me if I'd play it the next day while they were being arrested. They thought it was the perfect soundtrack for the incarceration. And I thought, well, this is very interesting. I mean, how many musicians can list on their business card, musician, concerts, services, mitzvahs, incarcerations? So this is this song called Crossing Over that I dedicate to all of the conscientious objectors and all of the people who engage in civil disobedience and go to jail for their conscience. It's called Crossing Over, and they're going to help me out with it. Crossing over for our children and their children. May the wars forever cease. Crossing over, we will give ourselves to justice. We will cross this line for peace. That's your part next time it comes around. Follow in the footsteps of Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela and Gandhi. In the words of Eugene Debs, spoken from a prison cell, well, there's a soul that's captive. We shall not be free. Crossing over, crossing over. Crossing over for our children and their children. May the wars forever cease. Crossing over, we will give ourselves to justice. We will cross this line for peace. What defines a prison? Is it only walls and bars, or is it hunger and poverty that bind us? When we waste our wealth on the machinery of war, we are stealing from our future, and we say no mas, no more. Cruzando, pa' los niños y sus hijos, que las guerras cesen ya. Cruzando, nos entregamos para la justicia, cruzaremos por la paz. Some endure the shackles of injustice every day, for their gender or their race, or the way they choose to pray, for the millions who are crying, for the innocent and dying, for the hope of every nation. We must find a better way. Crossing over for our children and their children. May the wars forever cease. Crossing over, we will give ourselves to justice. We will cross this line for peace. Once more, crossing over, crossing over for our children and their children. May the wars forever cease. ourselves to justice. We will cross this line for peace.